What's up, everybody? Welcome to another baby bunny live stream. We have Storm and her 7-week-old baby Holland Lop bunnies. They are all done with dinner and they are just going to burn some energy out here. They're so crazy and cute. Welcome. Thanks for joining, guys. How's everybody doing tonight? I know my past live streams have been usually in the morning or afternoon, so I decided to try my best and find some time to have an evening live stream. So it's 7 o'clock here in Ohio, and we're going to see how active the bunnies are. They should be pretty active. This is definitely a time of day where the bunnies usually have a lot of energy, so hopefully it will be enjoyable. Welcome. Thanks for joining, guys. Can you guys hear me okay? See me okay? Oh my goodness. Good, glad you can hear me. I've got the stream quality set pretty low, so you're not going to be able to watch this at a really high resolution. But we have poo-poo internet, so I thought this was the best way to get a steady signal. The bunnies, so they're in here with their mom Storm. They've got lots of play toys, and this is actually a brand new exercise pen. Just set it up today. Got a big piece of vinyl from Home Depot. So covered the concrete floor just so it would be a bit easier to clean. Little accidents up. Give you a little tour. Whoa. So it's a nice size. They got a lot of room to play. They got their litter box over there. Oops. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're all getting so big, and last video I think we saw that Cheese Whiz's ears finally lopped, and then now Omelet's ears they're not lopped yet, but they're on their way. Pretty much airplane ears right now. So for those of you who need an introduction to the babies, we have Hash Brown, who's the chestnut here. Bento is the smallest of the orange bunnies. Cheese Whiz is the larger. We have Omelet, that's the broken cream over here. And then Tuna, she's over here. Hang on, let me grab her. Oh, this is little, oh, you're not gonna like it. This is Tuna. She is an opal like Dad. And then Storm over there, who was trying to fit in that tunnel, and she's too big. She is a blue-eyed white, and she's the mom. Yeah, they're super energetic. Yep, they let me pet them, and if I stretch my legs out, they just hop all over me. They're all really friendly. They don't like being picked up, but that's typical of pretty much all bunnies. Now, they don't live in here. They have an enclosure, a 2-story enclosure. That was Bento right here. And they're really good with urinating in their litter box in their enclosure. They do most of the time in here, but because they're not in here all the time, they like to mark their territory. So we might have a few accidents here. Every time I check their genders, they do still all look like girls. And they hate for me to check. So I'm going to keep on that. Oh, Storm just went to the bathroom in the litter box. Good girl, Storm. Yeah, Michael, if anyone wants to help with bunny introductions in the chat, go right ahead. That was Storm. If Storm's a good girl, she gets to stay. She's usually really good. She's going to be energetic for a while, and then she will probably flop herself down. That's what she usually does. Our routine is when I come in here in the morning, I let them all in here to play for a while. And that's when I do my cleaning and my feeding. And then usually in the afternoon when Storm is outside for a few hours, then I'll put the babies back in here. And I'm hoping that when I wean them from her, that they can live in here, at least, or she will live in here, one or the other. So that was the intention with this exercise pen. Welcome, those of you just joining us. This is Storm. She is my blue-eyed white Holland Mop doe, and these are her 7-week-old babies. They are all Holland Mops, and the dad is Moose, who is, you can't see him right now. He's not in here. Hi, Storm. Oh my goodness, I can't hold you all on my lap. All right, I can't hold everybody. If you guys have questions, go ahead and drop them in chat and I will try to get to them. I don't always see the questions, especially if there are a lot of comments in chat, but I will answer them if I can. Yep, hash brown is the chestnut, tuna is the little opal, Storm is the mom, she's a blue-eyed white, that's Bento, and her orange sister is Cheese Whiz, she's over there. And then we have Omelet, that's the only broken one. And there are poo balls flying everywhere, you guys. And that's to be expected. That's how they mark their territory. Yeah, they're pretty happy. No, they don't have blue eyes. So the mom Storm has blue eyes, and she passed her Vienna gene that causes the blue-eyed white to all of her babies, but they only have one copy. So they could have blue eyes. They could have had blue eyes, some of them. None of them do. The only one that has some Vienna markings would be Omelet, the little broken one, the cream. So it's the white one mixed with the cream color. She doesn't have any coloring on her nose, and that is because she has that Vienna gene and she is expressing it. But yeah, none of them have blue eyes. I really thought that at least one would. If you're wondering, this flooring is vinyl. We just got it from Home Depot or Lowe's, I don't remember which, and it was really cheap. We cut off some of it. We just cut it to fit this exercise pen, and it was like $25, and it's cushioned, but it has a texture to it, which is really nice. So they don't slip. It's not smooth vinyl at all. So the concrete was just a little bit tough to clean because things kind of soaked into it, or if there was any secret tropes that got mashed into it, it was just tough to clean. So got this vinyl, just got this pen set up. I'm not even quite sure how big this pen is, but it's really nice. I like it a lot. Oh my goodness. Omelet is in my lap. Hi, Omelet. Yes, Susan, it really is unusual and a very low probability of having all females in a litter, especially a litter of 5. So that's why I'm going to keep checking. It is possible when you think you have a female for a baby, it actually can be a male that is split down there. So I'm going to keep checking to make sure that we don't have any split males in here. But every time I check, they look like little does. It's the very obvious little slit instead of a volcano. So I keep checking. They hate it and they don't want to hold still, so that makes it even more difficult. Cheese Whiz is the one sitting on the blue castle in the back. Hang on, let me put the tablet down here. Give you a better view. So that's Cheese Whiz on top of the castle and Omelet coming out. We've got Mama over here. It's Omelet. Tuna. Tuna's eating part of an apple stick. I put an apple branch in here. And I just swept up all the poo balls and now they're everywhere. So that's real life with bunnies. Oh my goodness, Bento. I'm trying to look at, I have a tablet in my lap and I'm looking at reading the chat and they keep hopping on my lap and turning this off. Oh, they're so silly. They are so silly. And Sonny Jim is over there snoring. I don't know if you can hear him. Michael, I still have not made up my mind about which I might be keeping, if any. It might be one, it could be two, it could be none. I do still really love Omelet. It's just a really tough decision and kind of an unfortunate situation happening behind the scenes that's making this decision even more difficult, and it's kind of caused me a lot of physical symptoms recently, so I haven't been feeling great, and so that's another reason I'm kind of putting off the decision for now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Quit jumping on me, you silly bunnies. Oh my goodness. Maybe we need to get some of these toys out. What do you think? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna go get the little whisk broom and dustpan and try to clean up some of these little poopies that are all over the place. And somebody is licking my back. Yes, Anna, I did get this exercise pen from Clearly Loved Pets. Not sponsored, by the way. I won a contest recently. My merch shop that you guys have heard me talk about, where I sell my t-shirts, and it should be linked down below. They had a contest through Spreadshop. That's the merch shop, and I actually won the contest, and I was able to have enough money to buy this exercise pen and the camera that I'm using for this live stream. So I'm very, very fortunate to have won that, and I appreciate Spreadshop holding that contest. All right, I will come back to questions in a minute. I'm going to try to sweep up some of the poops, so stand by. Oh, I think I stepped on one. That was my sock. Oh my goodness, you guys. Sonny Jim. What's going on over there? Oh my goodness, you guys. There are poopies all over the place. Poopies. Poopies. Did you make these poopies? Hey, I'm trying to clean up the poopies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys are like little toddlers. Ew, my goodness. All right, maybe should we take this out? Or should we take the tunnel out? All right, this is not really working as I anticipated because they're so interested. No! Omelet. Oh my goodness. think we might just leave the poops because that didn't work out well. Did not. Did not. Oh my goodness. Hi guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys go play. Go play. Welcome, those of you just joining us. We're finally having an evening live stream. These are 7-week-old baby Holland Mop bunnies. And they're just chilling here this evening rather. Fun fact, rabbits are crepuscular, meaning they are most active in the morning and then in the evening like this, just like they are in the wild. So I thought this was another reason to have an evening stream. Remember when they used to be so sleepy that they would barely move and they would fall asleep so quickly after I started the video? Not anymore. They're 7 weeks old. Yep, the big white one who's in here right now, that's Storm. That's the mom. And she's usually pretty good in here. She'll probably flop down here in a little while. There are poo balls everywhere. It's like a minefield. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yeah, Michael, you are right. It's Cocoa Puffs everywhere. Unless you get your rabbit spayed or neutered, that's what happens. They like to mark their territory and they just kind of let loose wherever and whenever. They're usually pretty good about using the litter box for urine. Not all the time in here, just because they're not in here all the time. Eric, right now I don't have a specific date as to when I will list these. The bunnies that I will be parting with and looking for new homes. I will post advance notice on the updates page of my website before I put them on the sale page. But I don't know when that might be exactly. As I mentioned, there's been kind of a situation delaying my decision a bit, which is why I haven't made any videos recently. It's been kind of weighing on me. Teresa, you just found out one of your little Holland Mop girls was a boy. Yeah, that can happen. As I mentioned, especially, I mean, rabbits, they're so small down there, and you can have a buck who, instead of looking like a volcano, it looks more like a slit. That's called a split buck, and that usually heals after a few months, but it doesn't always, and that can make a buck look like a doe. And if you had him with another doe, then yeah, they can have babies. Oh my goodness, they are pooping everywhere. It's ridiculous, guys. It really is. 24 karat gold. Yeah, I still think they're females. Every time I check, oh, Omelet just jumped on my lap again. Hi, Omelet. I don't have any new litters coming soon. The only other does I have... Hey, quit chewing on the camera, Omelet. That's not cool. The only other does I have are Cora and her daughter, Callie. Neither of which has been in the mood. So I don't have any litters coming up. This is it for a while, unfortunately. Yeah, they are getting super big, and they eat a ton, and they love sticks. This is probably one of their favorite toys. Hang on a second. This is an organic apple stick from our tree, and they just really clean it off. We had a snowstorm a couple weeks ago and took down a big branch of an apple tree, which is unfortunate for us, but fortunate for the bunnies, because they get lots of apple sticks now. Your bunny is watching with you. That's awesome. So excuse the poop in the background. There's not much I can do about that. That sunshine coming in from the side really highlights the poop. That's awesome. Now Cheese Whiz is staying Cheese Whiz. So yeah, that's Cheese Whiz. Hash brown is the chestnut. Tuna. Bento's the little orange. This is Storm. And then Omelet is the white and cream one over here. That one, that's Omelet. And they are eating this little tunnel. All of my other videos I've done during the day when they are a lot less active. I might have to take the tunnel away because they are dismantling it rapidly. Yeah, Fozzie's okay. Somebody asked about Fozzie. Yeah, I still have Fozzie. He's doing well. Sunny Jim, who is snoring over there. Now he's awake. I've got Yoshi and Moose. Moose is the dad. Moose is the same color as little Tuna here. He's a solid opal. And then I have Cora and her daughter Callie, who are two solid creams. Yeah, there's so much poop in here. Holy cow, guys. So much poop. For real. And the camera I'm using right now is a GoPro. I tried using my phone before and it just wasn't as good of quality. So we're going with the GoPro for right now. We're up to 120 viewers now. Wow, thanks guys. I appreciate you taking time out of your Tuesday evening. Where is everybody from? Let me know in chat. I know it might be afternoon or late night for you, depending on where you are. The tunnel, Susan, is from Amazon. And they love to squish it down. They use it more as a kind of a bed than a tunnel. I keep having to turn it into a triangle again. But because it is so pliable, it's easy to wash. So that's a good thing. But it came from Amazon. You're from France? Wow. A cordless hand vac. Yeah, that would be handy. I have a shop vac in here, but it's really loud. And I'll clean this in the morning or when they're done, since they're not going to let me get the broom out. Florida, Maryland, Connecticut, Indiana, Ontario, Sweden, whoa, Florida, Hawaii. It's crazy to think Hawaii is so far behind us. 5 hours. Michigan, Washington, Arizona. Well, you guys are all over the place. Hi, Bento. Bento's in my lap. Oh, sweetheart. She's going to help me with the live stream. There's Bento. Bento, you're so silly. These guys are 7 weeks old. Well, 7 weeks and 2 days. They were 7 weeks on Sunday. So it's getting to the point where I can wean them. I typically wean around 8 weeks or even 7.5. So I need to make my decision about which one I'm keeping, if any. Or I might even hang on to 2 for a while. I'm not sure. Or I might keep none. It's such a big decision. And the babies have all been really good with Storm. Storm hasn't seemed to gotten sick of them. Sometimes the moms just seem really bothered by the babies. What, Benny? But she's very patient with them. And they do still nurse on her a little bit. Oh, Tuna, are you okay? Tuna tried to escape. My favorite bunny is Omelet. She reminds me some of Camilla, my bunny Camilla that a lot of you remember, who I lost a few months ago. And I love the cream coloring and the broken pattern. But it's a complicated situation, and I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Japan, wow, that's a ways away. They're all in the litter box. We're having a party in the litter box. Susan, no, I don't put the dads with the babies ever, because they can be quite aggressive and would most likely try to mount the babies and, heaven forbid, bite them. I don't think that would happen, but definitely there would be mounting involved, and you know, if Storm was in here, she could easily get pregnant again, even though she still has a litter. So yeah, they stay with mom. And like I mentioned, when she's playing outside, I don't let them outside yet, but they're in here a lot of the time when mom is outside. So Flopsy bunnies do orange colored buns, usually have white tips on their toes. So orange being an agouti color, let's see if Benny will let me show you. They're going to have a white tummy, and they're kind of have whitish fur on the bottoms of their feet. Their nails, however, if they're a solid orange, they're going to be a dark color. And if they are a broken orange, a broken pattern, like Omelette, they should have white nails. So they don't really have white on their nails, but they have light colored fur underneath them, on their undercarriage, so to speak. Oh yeah, the carrot mat is one I made. It doesn't come with all the poop, but I think I still have one left on my, in my lop shop. They take a long time to make, which is why I usually don't have them in stock. I open my big mouth and I'll probably have an order when I get in. No, I love orders, but it's a lot of work trying to keep up with everything. The bunnies take a lot of time, as those of you with bunnies know. Cody is asking about hay types. Currently, I have a hay that I get locally, and I also use Small Pet Select brand second cut Timothy hay. They have a third cutting and a first cutting, which for those of you who don't know, the first cutting is going to be your more coarse hay, and then second cutting is going to be a little bit softer, a little bit greener, and then third cutting is going to be your softest and most green. And typically that can be more expensive, sometimes harder to find. So I usually stick with second cutting. It's quite a happy medium. So that's what my bunnies have. They have a second cutting orchard grass that we get locally. It has some clover in it, which they love. And then they have, what they're eating in here is a second cut Small Pet Select hay, which I just ordered more today. I buy the 50-pound box. Oh my goodness. So this pen is great, but as you can see, one problem is because it's plexiglass, everything static clings to it. So dust, fur, and then when the sunlight's shining through it, you can see how dirty it looks. And I just put it up today. So that's the only bad part. And I'm afraid it might scratch, but I really like that it protects their noses. So right now I have Cora is loose somewhere. I don't know where she is in here. Cora is loose somewhere. And when I have another bunny in here, I don't want their noses to get bitten. Sometimes there might be some aggression. And when my other pen that I had the bars, it was a plastic bar-like exercise pen, and I was just afraid that some noses could get bitten. So that's why I like this. It's sturdy. It was not cheap by any means. It was kind of ridiculously expensive, but I'm hoping it works well. Yes, I do have kids. I have a middle schooler and a high schooler, boys. So yeah, I have plenty to do during the day. Taking care of the house and the bunnies and my lop shop and all the household chores. I don't know when these bunnies might be available yet. Those of you who are interested. It could be in the next week. It could be a week and a half or 2 weeks. I will post advance notice on the updates page on my website before I post them for sale. But like I said before, I'm not really in any hurry to part with them. I'm really enjoying them, and I don't know when I'll have other baby bunnies in here. And Bento is tearing apart that... Oh my goodness. Bento is tearing that apart. Oh my goodness. You're crazy. Oh my goodness. Hello, Hash Brown. We got Hash Brown on my lap here. Oh my goodness. Juno is asking what the baby bunnies names are. So I will go through that again, because I know we have some new people watching here. Omelet is the broken cream, who's in the front there. We have Cheese Whiz is the bigger orange. Bento is the smaller orange here. Hash Brown is the chestnut, the brown one. Mama here is Storm. And little Tuna is over here. That's Tuna. Tuna is the opal, the gray one. They're little poop machines. As you can see, they've made me quite a bit of poop here. Juno, you were the one who suggested hash brown. I think it was in my first live stream, somebody suggested hash brown, and you inspired me to go with a food theme. So we did pretty much all food themes. I mean, bento is kind of like a little bento box that you would put a lunch in. So that's food themed, right? Bento and tuna are the smallest. So I named bento something kind of small. Tuna, I guess, is not a small fish, but she just looks like the color of tuna, so we went with that. Are they litter trained? Well, if you look at the floor, you can see that the poop is still everywhere, but they do most of the pee in the litter boxes. They have 2 litter boxes in their enclosure, and then they have 1 in here when they're in here. They're usually pretty good about the urine. Oh my goodness. All right. I am going to take a brief moment here and try to clean up some of the poops. So hang tight. Oh my goodness, you guys. You're so messy. So messy. There's so many poops. The poops are everywhere. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hang on, hang tight. Alright, we're going to take the castle out because you guys want the castle back? Let me clean the poopies. Oh, somebody pee. Okay, there was a little bit of pee-pee. Somebody did a little bit of pee-pee there. We'll light that up. Oh, they keep me busy. Oh my goodness. You guys are so silly. a glamorous job. Why are you guys so interested in your poop? It's just poop. Okay. Anyone want some new hay? Here's some hay. Here. Come here. Whoa. That's obviously a losing battle trying to clean up all the poop, so it's a little better. Welcome, 135 of you. Thanks for joining us for our baby bunny live stream tonight. If you guys like this type of video, hit that like button. It really helps to support the channel and let me know the types of videos you guys like. I just put some fresh hay in there. They're very much interested in that. All right, we'll drop the camera down. See if we can get any more close encounters. Oh, thanks, Juno. Thanks for joining. Welcome, guys. Hey, Busy with Brenny, Christopher, Sunflower. Welcome, guys. Yes, Busy with Brenny. I have a good collection of rabbit care videos. I need to start making more of those, but they're all so time consuming. Maybe when the babies are grown up and are at their new homes, I'll have more time for that kind of content. Oh my goodness, tuna. That was tuna. She's very intrigued by the camera. Thanks for the shout out, Michael. That's Mama. That's Stormy. Storm is such a good girl. She's quickly become one of my favorites. I try not to pick favorites, but she likes attention. And she puts up with me petting her a lot, so she's one of my faves. Hello, Cheese Whiz. Close up of Mama. You're so pretty, Stormy. Cheese Whiz looks like she's going to get into some trouble. Oh my goodness, Mama. If you guys have questions, feel free to drop them into chat and I will do my best to get to them. Medical questions, I do recommend talking with your rabbit savvy veterinarian because I am obviously not a veterinarian. Holland Mop temperament, well, generally Holland Mops do make very good pets and they're pretty easy to handle as far as rabbits go. Now, having said that, they do vary in personality, especially once they reach maturity around 5 or 6 months of age. Their personalities can change and getting them spayed or neutered can help with that too. Definitely. I definitely recommend that if you're getting a pet, to get a pet bunny, get your bunny spayed or neutered. Make them much more calm and helps with the litter training too, which is an added bonus. So yeah, they do make good pets and their temperament is generally very good. But you have to remember that they are prey animals, so some of them have stronger prey instincts than others, and it's really not anywhere near like having a cat or a dog. They're very unique and they take a lot of work too. One breed I probably wouldn't recommend as a pet, especially if you have young children, which I really wouldn't recommend getting a rabbit for a young child anyhow, but Netherland dwarfs, they're kind of a jumpy breed overall, not all of them, so I probably wouldn't recommend that for a first-time rabbit owner as a pet. But other than that, I'm not overly familiar with a lot of the breeds. Oh, somebody had a little tinkle accident. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Hey, get off my tablet. They're attacking my tablet. Hey, you guys just got rid of chat. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't know what they just started watching. Hang on. Okay, no more tablet for you guys. Those of you just joining us, I am debuting my brand new exercise pen and vinyl flooring, which is really nice. It's cushioned, it has some traction to it, so they're not going to slip all around, and it should be easier to clean than the concrete floor, which is what I had prior to this. They've got lots of fun things to play with. We have this little soft tunnel that they really like to squish and sleep on. They have this little plastic castle. They have got a ball. They've got a litter box with hay. And when I leave them in here for a while, I put water in here as well. But we're not going to be in here terribly long, so they're fine. And they're super active. They're climbing all over me. Okay, I just don't want to sit on one. Oh my goodness. What did you guys do to my tablet again? Oh my goodness. They want to surf the net. Yes. You're right, Inspector. Ooh. Nice, 100 likes in the video. Thanks, guys. What is the best way to clean a white bunny? So if you have a bunny like Storm over here that is white, and maybe they get soiled, maybe they have an accident and get that not so fresh feeling, I would try baking soda and warm water, but don't give them a bath. You know, try a little sponge bath. Put some warm water and baking soda in a little bowl and just kind of sponge it. You can hold them and kind of clean their paws that way, but I guess you could say spot clean only. Ouch. They're definitely spot clean only. Yeah, they're having a party in here. Holy moly. This is probably the most active I've seen them for a long period of time. In the morning, they're pretty active, but Storm will zonk out in the morning after maybe 10 minutes. But because this is the evening, they are much more active. Cindy, the floor is a single piece. So we went to Lowe's or Home Depot, and if you go back in the rug section where they have, you can even find giant spools of flooring where they will cut it to order, you know. And we looked at that vinyl, but actually the one I liked the best, this was in a roll. It was pre-cut. I think it might have been 6 by 8 feet or 5 by 6 feet. It was something like that, and it was like $25. It was really inexpensive. So this is one piece, and we just cut the excess because I didn't want the bunnies outside chewing on it. So I thought for $25 it was a very minimal investment, and if it doesn't work out, I'll get rid of it. But so far I like it because it's really easy to clean and it's got nice traction to it. They're working on an apple stick down here. Omelet's ears have started to drop. Pirate Hunter was asking about that. Yeah, just today I noticed her ears were starting to airplane. Otherwise they've been sticking up, as you guys know. Cheese Whiz had that single ear that was sticking up for weeks, and then hers lopped about a little over a week ago, I think. Right in time for the last video. The dad is Moose. He's actually in that the condo right behind there. He's in his hay basket eating right now. That's the dad. Oh dear. Oh, you guys are crazy. Okay, I can't read all of the chats here, but I see we're talking about bathing a rabbit. Yeah, don't give your rabbit a bath. Remember, they're prey animals. That can be incredibly stressful to them. Don't do that. Spot clean only. Think of some nice clothing that you have, or your furniture. Spot clean only. Sheena, you have the same flooring? Nice. Yeah, I think it was Lowe's. You know, yes, it was Lowe's that we got this at. I didn't find anything I liked at Home Depot, but I'm sure they're all different. Selena, nail trimming. Yeah, that can be very stressful. I like to wrap my bunnies like a little bunny burrito in a small blanket. And if you are by yourself, you probably are going to have to kind of hold your bunny vertically, maybe slightly, not 90 degrees flat on their back, but maybe slightly angled, kind of at a 45-degree angle, whatever it takes to get their nails trimmed. I highly recommend having somebody hold the bunny. That makes it so much easier. The bunny can be held vertically, but I understand that's not always possible. I've had to trim a lot of bunny nails by myself, but it's much easier when I have my husband in here to hold the bunny. For those of you wondering, yes, I do, right at this point, still think they're all girls. I keep trying to check, but as you can imagine, they don't like it, so I try to take a look and they scramble away. But certainly, before I part with any of them, I will check again. That is Tuna that's going bonkers. Tuna, what the heck? That's hilarious. If you have to brush your bunny, sometimes they hate that too. And this can be this time of year. Sometimes bunnies can start to molt. And then often at fall, when the weather gets cooler again, they tend to molt. And a lot of bunnies don't like being brushed. Some of them tolerate it well. Their dad Moose is molting a bit now, and I like to give him a little treat and kind of distract him. And then I brush him as much as I can. Who is eating my shirt? Who is back here? Is that Omelet? Yeah, Tuna was going crazy. Oh my goodness. Now Omelet's going crazy. Who is eating my shirt? It's Omelet again. Oh my goodness. Storm's working on the stick down here. Hash brown. Yeah, Tuna's very happy. Tuna's very curious, very friendly. They all are, but their personalities have started to emerge a bit. Bento, the little orange over here, she tends to be more independent. She's usually she's not always with the group, but she is one of the first to run up to me. So she likes to observe from afar often. Tuna's a really sweet girl. They're all super sweet. Omelet's kind of crazy. Cheese Whiz is as well. They take a little bit longer to settle down. But when it's time for me to bring them in here or to take them out of here and put them back in their enclosure, they all run up to me. They're really sweet. Training for the Olympics, yeah. That's pretty much what it looks like. Yeah, they love to chew on clothes. They like to chew, they're like toddlers. They like to chew on just about anything, and that's one reason you have to be careful what you give them. Somebody peed in the tunnel. That was not nice. Now I get to wash it. Yuck. But yeah, they like to chew on my clothes. Chewing on their tunnel here. Love to chew on hay. Aw, thank you, Cindy. Appreciate that. You really don't have to do anything for cleaning their teeth. I certainly wouldn't recommend a high sugar diet with lots of fruits. First and foremost, because of their digestion, that can be really rough on it. But giving them lots of things to chew on. Safe, natural chew toys, apple sticks, which is what she's chewing on right now. Hay. You can try different types of hay, first cutting, second cutting. First cutting helps to keep their teeth trimmed because their teeth are like our fingernails and just keep growing. No, I have not decided who I'm keeping yet. Probably my favorite is Omelet. But as I mentioned earlier, it's a complicated situation, and there have been things going on that have not made it an easy decision at all. It's been very, very stressful, and I've actually been not feeling well because of all the stress. So not going to get into the details, but that's pretty much the gist of it. I'm not entirely sure who I'm keeping yet. But I do need to start thinking about that very seriously and list the ones who I'm not keeping and get them weaned. So, welcome those of you just joining us. These guys are 7 weeks old Storm's baby Holland Mop bunnies. I'm going to put the camera on because I think it... Hang on a second. Bear with me here. Try to get to see everybody. So the mom is Storm. She's the white bunny in the back there. And then we have Cheese Whiz is the big orange. We have Bento is the little orange. Tuna is the little gray one, the little opal. We have Hash Brown that is the chestnut. And Omelet is the broken cream. And I can see something I gotta go clean up, so hang on a sec. What are you guys doing, huh? You probably remember in earlier videos, they hardly played and then they fell asleep. Times have changed. So at 7 weeks old, they could very well be weaned now. Now they could have been weaned a little bit earlier. The earliest I like to wean is right around now, around 7.5 weeks. But the longer you leave them with the mom, if she's willing to nurse them, that's definitely beneficial. And I do catch these guys nursing on her on occasion. And I feel so sorry for her because there's 5 of them and they're so big. And they're tugging on her and upside down, legs flailing. It's super fun to watch. And she puts up with it nicely. My goodness, you guys are so crazy. You're so crazy. Hi, Storm. Usually Storm zonks out very quickly when I put her in here. She's very curious tonight. They all are. But we're losing our sunlight, so I'm not sure how much longer we'll be able to continue. Is there a runt? Bunny Blue is asking. No, not just one. There's a couple that were smaller. We have, did we lose the stream here? Oh dear. No, I guess we're still here. Bear with my slow Wi-Fi here. Tuna and Bento are the smallest. I believe they are true dwarfs and have the dwarf gene. Holland Mops can have one dwarf gene and then they're a little bit smaller, or they can have no dwarf gene and then they're a little bit larger like Mom. And Cheese Whiz looks like a false dwarf. Looks like she does not have the dwarf gene. Bento and Tuna, obviously, to me, it's pretty obvious they have the dwarf gene. They've always been the smallest. And so yeah, it's not necessarily a runt. They're just small because they have the dwarf gene and the other ones don't. Yeah, I have not done an evening live stream. I thought I would try one tonight because I know a lot of you who are working might not be able to catch the earlier streams. The only downside is our internet slows down in the evening, so I have it set to very low quality and it still seems to be freezing every now and then. So I apologize for that. It's the best I can do. Why did I get into breeding Holland Mops in particular? I always liked Lops because of their floppy little ears, and Holland Mops are the smallest of the Lops, so that's what attracted me to them. And they're a really nice breed overall. I didn't want a giant breed, although I do like Flemish Giants. I really didn't want a gigantic rabbit. Welcome, Kimberly. Yes, I do believe they're all girls still. I'm still checking, and there is a small possibility we could have a boy, a buck, who is split and looks like a doe. And generally that will close or heal after a few months. So we could have, you know, a boy or two hiding among the ranks. So I keep checking. You don't like me to check? But I'm definitely going to scrutinize them all before I part with any. But it's tough. Storm's trying to crawl behind me. They're 7 weeks old right now. 7 weeks and 2 days. Sunny Jim is snoring again. I don't know if you can hear him. What type of wood do they like to eat? Well, right now, like this is an apple stick. You can see they've been chewing the heck out of that. This is from our apple tree, so we don't spray any pesticides on it. You just have to be careful with that. Willow is another wood they can eat. And I know there are other woods they can eat. Just research it first. There are some woods that are toxic to them. You can find a lot of varieties of natural chew toys for rabbits. I believe balsa wood might be one that they can have. Willow, apple. Hi, Stormy. Hi, Stormy. We'll go just a little bit longer here, guys. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat and I will try my best to get to them. It looks like our Wi-Fi is getting a little bit slow. Hi, Storm. Storm's coming over to say hi to me. 24 karat gold. The testicles generally around probably 5 months. I would say definitely by 6 months. Sometimes as early as 4 months. Then they would descend, and then you would know for certain what gender you have. Because it can be tough. Like I said, sometimes you have split bucks that look like does, and until the testicles appear around 5 months, you might not know for sure. Oh, hang on. I have to plug the camera in because the battery is running low. Give me a second. right, let's plug the camera in, guys. Okay, I think we're good. I think. Now, beautiful. Yes, we do have 3 dogs, but they're outside. I'm not going to bring them in. The bunnies would freak out for sure. We have 2 big German Shepherds and then a lab. My other bunnies, Kimberly, they're doing well. Moose, I have Yoshi, Sunny Jim, who's the old man, and then Fozzie for the bucks. And for the does, I just have Storm and then Cora and her daughter Callie. And Cora, you might see she's coming over. Here's Cora. Hi, Cora. She's on the other side. So, as I was mentioning before, that's one reason why I like this pen, since she or Callie or whoever can still run outside, and then whatever bunnies are in here are safe. Melinda, siblings, if they were females, they most likely could stay together until spaying. Males most likely would fight. Not always. And if they're not fighting, they could stay together. But of course, if you have mixed genders or you're not sure, you're not 100% certain on genders, then I would separate them by 4 to 5 months, or when you see incessant mounting. Thanks so much, those of you who are joining, and for smashing that like button if you like this type of video. It does take a lot of work to set up a live stream, but I like them because I don't have to take days to edit the video like I do my other videos. And yes, it can take days. You would separate the males from the females definitely by 4 to 5 months, or when you would see the testicles descend on the male, or when they're incessantly mounting each other or getting aggressive. Oh, babies can be weaned right around 8 weeks or a little before, but like these guys, I would keep them together with each other unless there were problems with them fighting, and there typically are not at this age because they're not mature and the hormones haven't kicked in yet, so they typically get along very well together. There's a little bit of mounting even when they're girls, boys. It's kind of establishing the hierarchy, establishing the dominance a bit. But it's adults you have to be very careful about. Bucks can be very violent with each other if they're not neutered, and even if they are. Our omelet's ear is going to lop. They've started to. Just today I noticed they're kind of airplaning. Omelet, the little broken cream over here, who has had ears that have been refusing to lop. They're finally starting. Yep, I have a cat, Naturally Beautiful. Pop quiz. Who can name the 2 inside cats that you've seen in my videos? There's been a gray cat and a white cat, and they're in my house. They're not in here. Let's see who can be the first to name the cats correctly. both of them. No one? I know there's kind of a delay. I'm waiting for it to appear in chat here. Tuna, don't eat the pen, please. Oh yeah, here we go, here we go. We have, yes, Ms. Pixelated, you were the first one to get both of them, I believe. We have Paisley, she is the white cat with the blue eye and the green eye, and everybody is always telling me she's a special breed called a Turkish van, and she is not. Her mom and her siblings were at the shelter, and they look nothing like her. She just has the odd-eyed gene with her heterochromia. And then Ivan is our gray cat, yes. He's a 15-pounder. So good job, those of you who got it. Paisley and Ivan. Those are the inside cats. Yeah, the ears are cute when they're airplaning. Sometimes Holland Lop's ears just will never fully lop. Sometimes they can stay airplane like omelets over there. And sometimes it just takes a while for them to mature and grow, for their ears to get longer, the muscle on the top of their head to relax and to grow. Some lopped very quickly. They really are liking that tunnel. I don't know yet, Lydia, if I'm going to keep any. It's been a big decision. Lots of drama. How do you pick up a squirmy rabbit? Well, Coco, as a lot of rabbit owners will probably tell you, almost all rabbits are squirmy when you pick them up. They're prey animals. It makes them very uneasy to be picked up, especially if they can see how far they are up off of the ground. The best advice I can give you, see if I can, you kind of pull them towards your body. I have my hand around the bottom, my other hand under the armpit, and I kind of put the bunny, use my forearm, and then I bring it up to my armpit and kind of hold it like a football. And if you try to hold their eyes, their head kind of gently under your arm, then they can't see how far they are up off of the ground, and that can ease their concerns a bit. Hi, Omelet. Omelet's sitting on my lap. Nope, now she's down. But if you have a rabbit that's exceptionally just absolutely frightened, like Storm does not like being picked up at all. Sunny absolutely hates it. I oftentimes will use the carrier to transport them, outside or back to their enclosure. I can take Storm out of her enclosure and put her in here okay, but if I'm picking her up off of here, she freaks out. And I don't want her to hurt herself, break her back. That would be horrible. So I often will use the carrier. So that having something like that can help too. Oh my goodness, they're crazy. They are crazy. I've got Omelet up here with me. I don't know if you can see. We've got Cora is out there. She's being really good. She's not instigating. Omelet's back up here. Hello, Omelet. Omelet's helping me read your comments. Hey, welcome. Welcome, Sophie. Hey, guys. 150. I keep saying we're going to stop, but then more people join. As long as you guys have questions and are being entertained by the bunnertainment, we'll stay on a little bit longer, but it is getting dark. We're losing some of our light. Even though I do have a light here on the camera. Hello, Omelet. Omelet keeps jumping up here to see what I'm doing. They are tearing apart that tunnel. Bunny Blue, as I mentioned, all bunnies' personalities are different. And even with a lot of socialization at birth, some bunnies are just naturally more skittish than others. And that can change as they reach maturity. Some of them just seem to have a really strong prey instinct, and with a bunny like that, I would interact with them how they are most calm. Most likely like this. Find a small area, an exercise pen or a room, and sit with your bunny on the floor. Don't pick your bunny up. Sit with your bunny on your floor. When your bunny comes to you, give them a little treat, give them some head rubs, reward your bunny. And keep doing that. That's the best you can do. Yeah, that's a good idea. Steel wolf. Yeah, if you have a bunny that is exceptionally afraid of being picked up, you can kind of wrap them up in like a little bunny burrito, a little blanket or a towel, and just try not to let them see how high they are up off of the ground. You can either gently put your hand over their eyes or gently wrap the towel slightly over their eyes. That can help too. Omelet keeps coming to visit me. Autumn Jane, I've heard a lot of people trying bathtubs for bonding and having success. Well as, make sure you have a neutral area, and you want them in kind of a small area when you have your little bunny dates. Short encounters at first, and always stay within arm's reach if there's ever any aggression. It can take a lot of little bunny dates before you have success in bonding. It can be quick, or it can possibly never come to fruition, and you just have to be prepared to always keep them in separate areas if that should be how they want it. But yeah, I've heard a lot of people using the bathtub method, or like if they're in exercise pens, you can put the exercise pens near each other but not so close where they could bite each other through the bars, and just getting accustomed to that bunny scent, that can help before you put them together. But yeah, I don't put them together in their own territory because they can be very defensive of that. Sunny Jim, you're snoring. I hear you. And somebody who is climbing up my back. Is that you, Omelet? Oh, yes, it's you. Sophie, there are lots of different litters you can use for the litter box. I use compressed pine pellets that we get in a 40-pound bag from Rural King or Tractor Supply. Carefresh Naturals, that's a shredded cardboard. Yesterday's News, that's a compressed newspaper pellet. Some people use newspaper, some people just use hay, and you want to change that more often since it's not as absorbent. But some people use fleece with absorbent material inside it. Yeah, some bunnies just are very particular about who they bond with. If you have a bunny and you're seeking a favorite, I always recommend see if you can find a local rescue or a shelter that will let you go and meet the bunnies, or perhaps even take your bunny and have kind of like a bunny speed dating session. That can help as well. No, Sophie, the pine pellets are fine for them. I think you might be thinking of cedar. Aspen shavings, those are good too. Try new things. If you have a question, please ask. I can't see all of the questions in chat. They roll by too fast. Where do I buy my fleece? Usually Joann Fabrics. I like to order online. Shop in my pajamas. My bunny slippers. Leah, I haven't had ear infections in my bunnies, thankfully. I don't know if that would be a lifetime thing. I would consult your veterinarian about that. I would think that's something that can be treated. I know they can be prone, mops especially can be prone to ear infections. The Tunnel Cocoa Buns, if you're asking about this one with the carrots that came from Amazon, and it's washable, and I need to wash it because they peed in there. This one, I think, came from Amazon, and I use it in some of my videos, and they rarely give it any attention, and now they're all over there. Spaying and neutering can certainly help with aggression, yes. It may not help with their heightened prey instinct if you have a rabbit that's skittish, but it may. But it definitely helps with hormonal behaviors, spraying for the bucks, pooping everywhere, so it can help with litter training. It can help them calm down so they're not crazy hormonal teenagers anymore. It can help to reduce incidences of reproductive cancers. But it's not a decision to take lightly because, you know, it's a surgery and anesthesia is tough with rabbits. Oh my goodness. You guys have made such a mess. I think they're slowly starting to tire a bit. And they're eating my tunnel. I might have to buy a new one. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to end this here in a couple minutes. If you have any last questions, type them in the chat really quickly. Favorite types of hay? They love hay with clover in it, but that sometimes can be difficult to find. I've tried oat hay. They weren't real fans of that, so I usually stick with second cutting Timothy hay from Small Pet Select, and then we have a local orchard grass that has some clover in it. And clover it's like bunny crack. They love it. Which of my bunnies was the brattiest teenager? I don't know. Moose still acts like a teenager. He's the crazy one. Crazy as in, you know, one thing on his mind and super energetic. Yeah, Lydia, this pen, the exercise pen here is from Clearly Loved Pets. Not sponsored at all. I tried to get a discount and they said no. So I have no affiliation with them. I wanted an exercise pen where they wouldn't possibly get their noses bitten by whatever bunny I have on the outside. And I had a pen before, it just was not as sturdy as this. So as I mentioned earlier, I recently won a contest sponsored by Spread Shop, and I was able to purchase this exercise pen with my winnings. So, and I've had it for a few weeks, and my husband helped me put it together today, and we had a roll of vinyl that I bought, and so we cut that. So this setup is brand new today. I'm hoping it'll last. I'm really excited about it. Yeah, it's soap scum. It's super expensive, like embarrassingly expensive. And if I had not have won that contest, I don't know if I would have splurged on it. I kind of rationalized it because I had that extra money from the contest. But I could see where if, you know, I just had 1 or 2 rabbits in my house and I wanted something that looked really nice, I would probably invest in a setup like this. Yeah. But there are certainly many wonderful, much cheaper options. If you just want a metal exercise pen or even a plastic one that has, you know, the bar style, and those are perfectly fine. Just for this situation, it just worked better for me. Cocoa buns, yeah, I don't know when I'm going to live stream. It's kind of when I have time. I had a bit of time after dinner tonight, and I had to kick everybody off the internet. I told my kids no internet usage because I need it all for this. So yeah, it depends on when I get all my chores done. Yeah, I thought this would be great for videos as well. I'm just hoping the bunnies don't scratch the plexiglass. That's my major concern here. We'll see. Hi, Stormy. Gwen, if you're asking what I keep my bunnies in, I have bunny villas, little 2-story condos. final questions. Hey, welcome, Narida. I'm probably botching your name. Sorry about that. From Australia. Good day. Actually, it's probably night for you, right? Small Pet Select. I'm not. If you're outside of the U.S., I'm not sure what their international delivery availability might be. I just ordered some tonight, but I'm in the U.S. Yeah, they're so energetic. Super energetic. Soap's gonna, I don't know when my next live stream will be. I don't know. Yeah, Leslie, unfortunately, teeth problems, they're rough to deal with. Some bunnies can have malocclusion where the top teeth and the bottom teeth don't align properly. It's supposed to be, top teeth are supposed to go over the bottom teeth, and with malocclusion that can make a lot of difficult tooth issues. They could have to have tooth surgery, tooth trimmings regularly at the vet. Sometimes the roots of their teeth can kind of grow into their skull and cause, you know, all sorts of drainage issues with watery eyes and whatnot. So yeah, their teeth are always growing, and so they can definitely be problematic. My favorite rabbit color, I love orange, I love cream, chinchilla, frosty. Those are probably my top 4 favorites. I really like cream a lot. I have, did you see that Pinky? I like opal too. I like blue-eyed white. I don't know, I don't have an absolute favorite, but cream, frosty, chinchilla, orange are probably my top 4. Oh, and I also like blue. My Yoshi is a broken blue. I like blue. So, I mean, chestnuts, I like them all. I can't pick a favorite. I don't have a specific date for applications for the available bunnies. Still a work in progress, but I will post advance notice on the updates page of my website before that they get posted. It is first come, first served, but I also take into account, you know, how well a bunny matches with a particular family and what they're seeking. So I tell people to take their time in submitting the application. I generally give it a bit of time. It's not just automatically the first family or person that applies for a bunny, because I really try my best to gather enough information and match them with families so that they can hopefully be forever families. I don't want these guys ending up in shelters, so I try to do what I can to ask a lot of questions first. Frosty, Lydia, yeah, Frosty that's a really pretty color. Lilacs, yeah, lilacs are, you guys are bringing up all these different colors, and I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, I like those too. Lilac, if you don't know, so if you have a chocolate bunny and you dilute it with one different gene, you get lilac. Lilac is somewhat similar to opal, the little gray that you see here, but it will have kind of a reddish pinkish hue. And if you want to know more about bunny colors, I have a video, basically an hour-long class, a little intro to bunny colors and rabbit color genetics. If you have a lot of time and you're super bored, you can try that. All right, guys, I think we are going to wrap it up here. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join the bunnies. Hello, little tuna. So they're 7 weeks old, and I don't know when I will have time to make another video, but try to keep you guys updated. So thanks for joining. Everybody have a good night, good afternoon. Cheese Whiz says goodbye. Thanks for joining. See you guys next time.